guys, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, I hope you'll consider subscribing and sticking around. I'd love to have you. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. Today, I'm going to attempt another WIP and Chat. I tried doing a WIP and Chat yesterday and my phone was glitching out on me really bad. So my techie of the family is out of town and I wasn't able to ask for her help. And I had to figure it out by myself. So needless to say, we're going to try it again today and see how it goes. Anyway, before I get into my project, I just wanted to explain for those of you who are new, WIP stands for work in progress and chat means we're just going to chat and catch up. I am going to show you the project that I'm working on here for the WIP and Chat. But before I do that, let's take a look at my mom and dad's house and I'll show you the project that I'm working on there so you can see an update on that project. Okay, this is the diamond painting that I'm working on at my mom and dad's house. So I keep this here at work. This is the Frost family from Diamond Art Club. It's by Gina Jane Lee. It is a 60 by 76 centimeter diamond painting. And I think I'd say I'm about halfway. Yeah, I think I'm about halfway. Because I've got a little bit more than half up here on this row, I think. So I still have all of that to do. I'm hoping to finish this in January. We'll see how it goes, but this is kind of some of the stuff that I'm using in this setup is this trinket tray from WendyKsDesigns. And this bag, I love this bag. It came from Amazon and it's got lots of little pockets and pouches. That's what I love so much about it. So these are all of my extra colors that wouldn't fit in the bottles. And then in this pouch here, we have all of our accessories. So the washi tape is up here. And then these are my Bees Crafty corner papers for this diamond painting. My tray from Yellow Dog Designs. And in here I have my Bistro Exclusives pen, my putty, and my wax. My tweezers are also in there. And then these are my bottles. So it's all very nice and organized. I love this pouch because whenever I do take this to and from my parents' house, it keeps everything all nice and secure. So that is my setup for the Frost family. Let's go over to my house. Oh, I want to show you one thing before we go. This is a little project that I've been trying to squeeze in when I have some downtime. These are so cute. These came in the Diamond Art Club Advent Calendar, which I'm sure everybody has opened theirs by now. If you haven't, I'm sorry for ruining the surprise. These are so cute. I've never done their stickers before, but I actually really like them. They're just little things that I can do when I have some free time. And they're super cute. They're all crystals. And they're bigger sized drills too. They're not the normal small size. So I'm halfway. I have 3 more to do. Anyway, that's a little side project. I'm not going to count this as a finish or anything. These are just kind of a cute little off-canvas project. And I have all the bottles right here. I've written their coordinating letters on here with dry erase marker because it's just a temporary setup. So that is my little side project here at work. Let's go. All right, so that's the setup over at my mom and dad's house. I have a lot of new subscribers, so just quickly I want to explain. I work at my mom and dad's house Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. I'm a caregiver for my aunt. She lives there. So I get to work over at my mom and dad's house every day, which is just fabulous. I'm there even on the weekends. I feel like I live there pretty much. But I think my mom would love to have me live there, but I kind of need my own space to feel like an adult. So I do have my own apartment. Anyway, it's kind of cool because I have 2 setups for diamond painting. But anyway, before I show you the project I'm working on for today's WIP and Chat, I want to show you the bucket list item I selected for January. I have not started it yet, but it is all kitted up and ready to go. And it's big. Most of my bucket list items are a more manageable size. This one is the largest one on my bucket list. Now I know I won't complete it all in January, not with the WIPs that I'm trying to get done, but I feel like it should still count as an accomplished bucket list item if I at least start it, right? I mean, I feel like it should, but you guys let me know what you think. I don't want to feel like I'm cheating or sliding on my bucket list resolution. Anyway, all right, let me show it to you. This is so cool. It is quite big, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. It's from Diamond Art Club. It is also my first Yume art, which is really exciting because I've wanted to do a Yume art for a really long time. In fact, at this point, Keith and I have several You May Art pieces in our stash. But this is amazing. I love this. She is so cool. This is titled Inner Garden. Isn't she fabulous? I'm going to disappear behind the canvas because she is so big. So I'm back here, I promise. Anyway, I wanted you to see the whole thing. Hopefully it's showing up okay. She's so cool. She is 60 by 90 centimeters, so she is very big. And she has 60 colors. She's going to be beautiful. As you can see, there's some color blocking up here, but there is also a lot of confetti. So it'll be really amazing to see how this one turns out. So that is my bucket list item for January. And then this other little project is one I want to work on this month as well. This is from Diamond Art Club 2, and it is called Happy Snowman from Donna Gelsinger, or by Donna Gelsinger. And it came in the 2024 Advent calendar from Diamond Art Club. I feel like that's not a spoiler at this point because I think everybody's probably opened their Advent calendars. Anyway, this is a cute little guy. It kind of reminds me of Christmas Joy, which I did in December. It's also a Donna Gelsinger. It's just so cute, this happy snowman. There are no Christmas lights in this one though, but it's still kind of the cute little happy snowman. I think it's adorable. So that'll be one of my snack size projects for the month. When I do my mid-month WIP parade, I'll give you a more in-depth look at all of my WIPs that I have. I carried over 8 from 2024 into 2025, but I've already knocked one of those out. It was the Craft Buddy kit by Ann Stokes. So that one's done. And then I'm working on the Frost family is a carryover from 2024. And then this one that I'm about to show you that I'm currently working on is also a carryover from 2024. So lots of those projects are so close to being done that I should be able to just get them done and have them out of the way. Anyway, I don't want to say it like that. That sounds kind of negative. I love each of my WIPs. They are so much fun, but I had to neglect them because I had Drills and Chills, then I had Thanksgiving, and we know what diamond painting I worked on in November. Gobbler Farms, I was obsessed with that one, so nothing else got worked on in November. Well, that's not true. I did get some other things accomplished in November, but that was my focus pretty much. And then in December, I had Christmas projects. So I have not worked on any of my WIPs for quite some time. So it does feel good to get them out and reacquaint myself with them. So this one is gorgeous. Let me change your view so that you can see a little bit better, and I'll show you my setup. All right, here is my project. This is Albino Mermaid. She's back. Oh, I love it. This came from Munimade, and it is by Kikuwa. It's the first time I've ever done a Kikuwa diamond painting. I love it. And she has a lot of beautiful artwork. Munimade is fabulous, very good quality, and I love their canvas. It's just an overall really good experience. This is the second Munimade kit that I have worked on, and both were square. So I have one more Munimade in my bucket list that's around that I'll be working on this year as well. Anyway, let me get into this. Let me show you all of my accessories. First of all, this storage unit that I'm using, I call it a storage unit. I don't really know what the proper term is, but that's what I call it. This storage unit is also from Munimade, and I really love this storage method because these bottles are kind of like the Tic Tac bottles, and I used the Tic Tac bottles quite a bit when I first started diamond painting. I really liked them, but these are a lot fatter and wider than the regular Tic Tac bottles, which is nice because they can hold so many drills. It does have the little lid that flips up. I love that. And they're just really good quality. I really like this whole setup. Now, this is a little tag that came wrapped around the canvas. I love how Munimade packages their canvases. It's fabulous. So they wrapped this around it with a bow. That is the original artwork. I'll put it in the screen so you can see it a little bit better. It's beautiful. And then let me show you, these are the leftover drills that I have. I'm down to just a few colors. I had quite a few drills to refill my bottles when I first started, but now I'm down to 5. So that's pretty awesome because that means I'm getting close. So those are my extra drills. This is my washi tape. Now this is really cool because I ordered this with a premium toolkit upgrade, And it came with a cover minder, this cute cover minder. It also came with a couple of other items that I'm not using with this diamond painting. It came with a tray, and I think the tray was yellow. It's over at my mom and dad's house. And then a pen that I'm not using because you can't use a multi-placer with it. And so I'm a multi-placer fanatic at this point. I don't ever use my single placer anymore. I still use it once in a while, but most of the time I'm using my multi-placer. Anyway, it also came with that cute little flower cover minder. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's a cute pastel pink cover minder. In fact, maybe I'll put that on the diamond painting. I don't know why I haven't been using it. I have another one on this, but I can always use two. And then it came with some washi tape. That's really pretty floral pastel washi tape, but I've almost used that all up. So my back of washi tape also came from Munimade. I ordered this separately. So this was under her accessories option. I don't know if this particular washi tape is still available, but the really cool thing about this washi tape is it is legally licensed artwork on the washi. So the artist, who is Sketch, is getting compensated for the use of her artwork on the washi tape. Isn't that cool? I think it's called Pink Sea or Pink Beach or something like that, but it's perfect for this diamond painting. All right, so that is my storage kit. Let me show you the rest of the accessories and then we'll get started. All right, I'll just show you everything. So my trinket tray, you guys, I have become obsessed with trinket trays. I don't know, I'm gonna do a trinket tray video just to show you the collection that I have so far of trinket trays. I love them. I don't know, for the longest time I was using this little guy here, which was a soap dish I got at a thrift store. Has a little drill in there, and it worked fine. But once I found out about trinket trays, I don't know, I still use that little soap dish, but I love trinket trays. This one is a purple transparent or translucent tray. It's resin and it's really pretty. I got this from VNCreationStation on Etsy. I'll put links to every shop that I mention as I show you my accessories. There will be links in the description box for all of these. But this is VNCreationStation, I think is the name, on Etsy. I love that trinket tray. And then the release papers, I don't have any down right now. We're gonna have to lay some more release paper down because I finished this row. But the release paper I'm using is Mermaid Scales from Bee's Crafty Corner. I love Bee's Crafty Corner. Their release paper is just such good quality. I love it. And I got this on glossy thick, and it's just so pretty. They're all the same, so there's no difference in the images. But I got quite a few of them because I do a lot of mermaids, and these are a really great mini investment. I like to use them on multiple kits because they hold up so well. I haven't had any wear out yet, and I've used them several times. So I'm gonna put that off to the side for right now, but we'll be getting back into that in just a moment. My cover minder is this cute mermaid in a teacup taking a bath. And this came from, oh my gosh, Gina's Unique Boutique, also on Etsy. Really cute cover minder. And then I'll be using the little flower I got from Munimade. The tray I'm using for this particular kit is Pink Blossom, I think is what the color is. And this lighting is not great. I apologize. But this is Pink Blossom. It's a regular size tray from WendyKsDesigns. And it has the raised ledge, but it doesn't have the two-tone, which is fine. Most of my trays have the two-tone. I also most of the time get the full lid from Yellow Dog. You have a few options when it comes to lids. You can get the full lid, which is what I use most of the time, but I wanted to try their pour lids, and I really like these. It's a really cool idea. So the purpose of the pour lid is obviously so that when you go to pour your drills back into the container, you don't have drills spilling out everywhere. They're contained in that little part right there. I think that's great. I love it. So that is my tray that I'm using. And then this is really cute. This is the wax storage box that I got from Yellow Dog Designs also. It matches the Pink Blossom tray. I didn't really get them to match to always use together, but because I love pink and I'm usually doing pink diamond paintings quite a bit, I wanted to have a pink storage box. So this is made specifically for Dream Wax Studio wax bricks, which is really cool. And you just put the wax brick in there. This particular wax brick from Dream Wax Studio is baby powder. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love that. And then the putty I'm using in my multi-placer. So that's the wax I use in my single placer. Now, like I said, I don't use my single placer all the time, but I do like to have it loaded up with a nice quality wax so that when I do need to use it, it's ready to go. But the putty I use in my multi-placer for this kit is from Creations Morin, and it is the Mermaid scent. The funny thing about this is the first putty I ordered from Creations Morin last year, and I really love it. But this is what's funny. When I opened this to use it for the first time Sunday, the smell took me back to last year. It was the craziest thing. Isn't it funny how the brain works like that? Okay, the tweezers I'm using, where is my little sleeve? Oh, okay. I like to keep the protector on the tweezers just because they're sharp. The tweezers are Diamond Art Club tweezers. I love those. And then my pen. My pen is from Bistro Exclusives. And it is this beautiful mermaid pen. It's a mermaid cameo. I don't know. I hope the lighting is good enough for you to see that. Really pretty pen. And the multi-placers I prefer to work with are from Diamond Art Club. They are really nice and narrow. But, you know, some people prefer the plastic multi-placers, and that's fine. Whatever you want to use is what you should use because diamond painting is a you-do-you hobby. There's no right or wrong way to do it. All right, I think that covers all of my accessories. While I've got you situated right here, I'm going to lay down my release paper and my washi tape, and then we'll get started. I'll change your angle again so you can see this section a little better. But first, let me lay this down and I'll get you situated a little better. All right. So this is how I section my diamond paintings, but like I said, you can section them however you'd like. I really love using the release paper, but I don't like to cover the entire diamond painting. So what I do, I don't know, I've tried that before and a lot of people love to do that and that's fine. Like I said, it's a you-do-you hobby. But I've just noticed for myself, if I cover the entire diamond painting with release paper, I get claustrophobic. It like raises my anxiety. I don't know why. I think there's like a glitch in my brain that, I don't know, it just makes me kind of crazy. So I have found that if I just do a row at a time, then that doesn't make me as anxious. And so I really like doing it that way because then I don't have to hassle with the plastic. But at the same time, I have my release paper down and it's not covering the entire canvas. So I'm just going to, I might have to lift that. I don't like to remove the plastic completely because if I'm not laying down release paper, then I don't want the canvas exposed. So I don't take off the entire plastic. Okay, so I just do 4x4 sections. With Bee's Crafty Corner, you can pick the size of release paper that you want to use, but I always try to go with 4x4 if it's available because that is the size section I like to work in. There are times that I'll remove both sections at a time. If I have a lot of time, like on the weekends, I'll usually remove 2 at a time and work a bigger section because you do save time doing a bigger section. So if I have the time, I like to work in a bigger section. Okay, one more and that will do it. This is such a pretty release paper. I love it. They just hold up really well. Okay, I'm gonna put the rest away. I'm not using my release paper holder. I should be, but I've just been using the bag. Okay, so then I just put the plastic back down and I'm going to put washi tape right here because I'll show you what my thinking is and why I do it that way. Like I said, you don't have to do it this way. I'm not telling you what's the right way to do it. I have a lot of washi tape, so it's fine for me to use it for this, but I like to put the washi tape up here because when I take this off, especially the first section, I don't know how far up I want to go. So the washi tape just gives me kind of a guideline of where I'm trying to work. So that's just how I like to do it. And then I just put the washi on the edge of the release paper. You know, obviously I'm not going to be perfect because it's just me that sees it. So I'm not really that particular about it. But look, you guys, I just have this row and she'll be done. So we're making some progress here. All right, I'm going to fold this up then and make a crease right there. And then we'll be ready to go. And that's where my cover minders come in handy because they kind of hold the plastic back so that it's not getting in the way. Get my little mermaid one here. And then we will be ready to start this section. I'm going to turn this around and clamp it down. I think the best way for me to do this is to go this way. And then I think we'll start over here. That's where we'll be. There's probably going to be quite a bit of color blocking in this section, so I apologize if that's boring for you. I don't know most of the time if a lot of you watch the actual diamond painting process. When I'm listening to WIP and Chats, I just listen. I don't really pay attention to what they're doing most of the time. Okay, so there we go. That's all ready to go. And then I've got my plastic. Hopefully this plastic won't be noisy as I'm working. All right, I'm gonna bring this back over here. I'm a bit frazzled today. I just got done with work right before I started this video, and I had a lot going on at work today, I felt like. So, leave that there. I think the wax and putty I'm using is fine. I was using it last night, but I'm gonna not load more. I really feel like that's gonna be okay. I think it'll be okay. It feels like it will be. And then my wax, I better put a little bit of wax in here. So with DrewMike Studio wax, because it's kind of a softer wax, you don't need to press really hard. You just gently scrape the top or wherever you want to scrape it. And then I just kind of press it in with my fingertip. You don't need a lot because you don't want to overfill it or you'll have wax spilling out all over your drills when you press down. I use sacrificial drills. I have this little sacrificial drill, that's what I call it, container that holds garbage drills. And once in a while, I'll use one of these as my first drill press down so that it will collect the wax onto these little drills. But I've noticed lately if I don't fill it up really full, then it's okay. And I don't need to use the sacrificial drill. Okay, we are ready to rock and roll. So I'm gonna try to adjust you so that you can see this section a little better and we'll get started. All right, I think I've got that set up pretty good now so that you can see this section. And I'm gonna peel this back. Let me turn on my light board and peel this paper back. Okay, yeah, there's quite a bit of color blocking in this section, so that there's not, I mean, there's a little bit of confetti right in here. Most of it is color blocking though. All right, I'm gonna just get a few things organized here. I don't know if you can see my tray very well, but that's probably the best that I can do. All right, let's get started then. Our first symbol, so what I like to do is just pick the symbol that's down here in the bottom right-hand corner and work my way this way. My goal is to try to get all of that symbol in this section while I have the color in my tray. Most of the time I miss a symbol here and there, and that's no big deal, but it does save time if you can get all of those while you're in your tray so that you're not putting colors in and out of your tray multiple times. The same color anyway. All right, so we're working with M first. So this is a really pretty pale pink color. This diamond painting has so many pretty pinks. It's really quite beautiful. And it has 5 ABs, which is a lot It's 60 by 60 centimeters. So I feel like that's quite a few ABs for this, but it's gorgeous. And don't get me wrong, I love them. I love ABs. I know there's people who don't care for ABs, but I love them. I think they're so pretty. All right, so I have quite a bit to tell you. The last time I did a WIP and Chat was right before Christmas. And my goal was to get another one in before New Year's, but I got sick. And I will give you more information about that in just a minute. But first, let's talk Christmas. I don't like to get into too much about Christmas just because I don't want it to come across like, oh, look what I got, or look what my kids got, you know, whatever. So I try to steer away from that, but there are a few things that would be fun to mention. So I had all three of my girls. I'm a single mom. I have 3 daughters. My oldest is 22, and she lives at my mom and dad's house. And then my other 2 live with me. I have an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old. So they live here. I had all of my girls on Christmas Eve this year, which was really fun. Kennedy spent the night here. That's my oldest. My oldest is Kennedy. My middle, the 18-year-old, is Allie. That's who I'm doing Innergarden for. And then my youngest, my baby, is Sydney, and she is 16. So it was really fun this year because I had them all on Christmas Eve, and Kennedy stayed overnight. That was fun. And then we, normally on Christmas Eve, we watch Love Actually. That's like our tradition. This year, Sydney, my youngest, wanted to switch things up. She did not want to watch Love Actually, which, you know, it's fine to switch things up once in a while, but Kennedy and I were kind of upset because we had been waiting to watch Love Actually. But Sydney wanted to watch The Holdovers, and Allie was just kind of like, whatever. I'll probably fall asleep anyway. But we watched Holdovers, and that's a really cute show. For those of you who have never seen it, it's got I think it's Giamatti, who I really like him. He was in John Adams, and he's been in quite a few things. I know him from John Adams and The Illusionist, and let's see what else. I think he was in some Downton Abbey episodes. I don't think he was a full-time cast member, but he was in some of those, I believe. And what else was he in? He was in Saving Private Ryan, which is where my 18-year-old knew him from. And there was something else I feel like we knew him from. But anyway, it was really interesting to watch that show. I loved it. It was a really cute movie. It tugged at my heart quite a bit, which is a great movie. I love movies like that. And it's about a prep school in New England. And I think it's like in the 70s, I want to say. And it just shows this professor. Paul Giamatti plays a professor. I had a blank moment for a minute. He plays a professor at this prep school, or a teacher, and he's staying behind on Christmas break to stay with the kids that don't have family for Christmas. And it just tells the story of this teacher that's kind of this grumpy teacher. And anyway, it's cute. I don't want to spoil it, but it's a really cute movie. So that was a good Christmas movie. It does take place on Christmas. So, and then Christmas Day, Kennedy and I watched Love Actually while the girls were with their dad. So we got our movie in. I love Love Actually. If you haven't seen that, that's a great Christmas movie. Is that all I had of that symbol? I guess so. I thought I had a lot more. Yeah, so that was fun. And then on Christmas morning, we did gifts here like we always do. And we did stockings and stuff. And then we always go over to my mom and dad's house because that's just our tradition. That's where we always end up. And we have breakfast with them. It's the same breakfast every year. It's been a breakfast most of my life on Christmas morning. My mom makes this amazing, I've made it a couple times on Christmas when I haven't been with my mom, but she makes it much better than me. But it's this French toast casserole that is fabulous. I guess she got the recipe like 15 years ago. It had to have been more than that. Had to have been more than 15 years ago. She said 15, but it's got to be more than that. But she found the recipe, or got the recipe, from a restaurant that my mom and dad were eating at in Napa Valley. And it was an inn that they had stayed at. And I guess they had a little restaurant, or they had a bed and breakfast or something. But my mom loved this casserole so much that she asked the chef for the recipe, and he gave it to her. And so we make that. It's got French bread, obviously, and oh, that's trash trail. It has French bread, like cut up into chunks, and eggs, and heavy whipping cream or half and half, and then vanilla and cinnamon. I'm trying to think what else. Lots of butter. I mean, it's not healthy. It's not low fat, but it's so good. And then sometimes we put bananas on it. I'm not a big banana person, but like my aunt loves it with bananas. I think my dad does too. I think one of my girls liked it with bananas. I can't remember for sure. And then we use real maple syrup, which is just amazing. If you've never had real maple syrup, it's so good. So anyway, that is our traditional breakfast over at my mom's house on Christmas morning. And then that is a tradition that I will carry over with my kids. I love it. And then we also have wassail. Now, the wassail that my mom makes she makes it from scratch. It is so good. So it is an English wassail, I want to say. Let me look. I wrote some of these down because I didn't think I'd remember. Yeah, it's an English wassail. It's amazing. So she makes it in a big pan on the stove, and we just all kind of drink it throughout the day. It's just awesome. I brought some home because while I was sick, I got sick right after Christmas. While I was sick, that wassail it tasted amazing. Really good. So that was our Christmas morning. And then it's always fun to go to my mom and dad's house because my mom does the cutest things for Christmas. She loves to make Christmas just really special and fun. So she finds these unique little gifts. And my girls and I were talking about this a couple of days after Christmas. We just think it's so cute. They'll always remember their Nana. That's what they call my mom, is Nana. They'll always remember their Nana for these cute little, they'll remember a lot of things about her, but they'll always remember Christmas because of the food, and then these cute little unique gifts that she finds. I don't know where the woman finds these gifts, but they are always so cute. So for example, among other things, this isn't the only thing she gives us, but she always finds a way to be just genuine or just original and unique. This year, we got these little toothpaste tablets. They are tablets of toothpaste. And I don't know, maybe you guys have heard of them before, but I had never heard of them. And you chew them up and toothpaste forms in your mouth. And then it came with these special little brushes that are kind of more foam. No, not foam. Sorry. I don't know what texture they are, but I'll put a picture of it in the screen. They're so cool. And so you brush your teeth with those special toothbrushes and the toothpaste tablets. It's really cool. I really enjoyed trying that this year. I thought she was crazy when she gave them to us. I'm like, what is this, Mom? But it's fun. And then she also gave us these other really cool tablets that you put in your shower. And you don't put them directly in the water, but you put them off to the side, and they make your bathroom smell amazing while you're showering. They have lots of different scents. The one she gave to me was eucalyptus and I think eucalyptus and mint or something. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And then they dissolve over a period of like 3 or 4 days. I still have mine, and I put mine in. Yeah, I guess it's been about 3 or 4 days, but it's getting pretty low. Anyway, and then she gave my daughters some other scents. I think one of them is like ginger and lavender or something. It smells so good. So that's fun. I love how she tries really hard to be unique and cute. It's fun. It's just, my girls will always remember that about my mom, which is awesome. For those of you who are watching me for the first time do a WIP and Chat, I do have notes. I don't stick to them, and I definitely don't use them like a script, but it just helps me stay on task because I have a tendency to be scatterbrained during my WIP and Chats. So I try to stay on topic with the help of my notes. So they're there if I need to refer to them. So anyway, that was our Christmas. A few of the gifts that I will mention because they're just kind of fun. My oldest wanted a pet for Christmas. Now, she has a cat here at my house, but my mom is really allergic, highly allergic to cats. So the cat can't go to my mom and dad's house. And I don't really want her to anyway because I'm kind of attached to her. So she stays here. Now, my daughter is still very responsible about the cat. She still pays for the cat's food and she contributes to litter and all of that. So that part of it, she's really tried to remain responsible. And eventually, when she has a place, she will take the cat back. But for now, the cat's with me. And that's fine because she is the sweetest, most beautiful cat. I love her. But anyway, but she feels really like she's abandoned her cat. And my daughter's been going through some rough times lately, and she kind of has needed a little pet or some kind of therapy animal, if you will. And my mom recognized that. So my mom was telling me, I really wish we could bring the cat here, but we can't. So she said, do you think that there's any other type of animal she would want? And I said, well, just ask her. I don't know. So my daughter has had guinea pigs before. We've had guinea pigs. At one point, I had like a guinea pig farm. It's a long story, but I didn't plan it that way. But anyway, so guinea pigs are not something new to my daughter. But she really wanted a guinea pig, and she actually had one of her own when she was like 5, and it was the cutest pet. Like, it knew her voice. We named him Elvis because he had this black fur, and it was wild. I mean, it was the cutest little furry guinea pig you have ever seen. And Kennedy at that point, when she was 5, was listening to a lot of Elvis Presley music. I don't even know how she got into it, but she loved Elvis Presley, so the name Elvis just kind of fit. Anyway, she had that guinea pig for a little while, and then we had to move, and the guinea pig had to go. And so we gave him to some friends of ours, and every time Kennedy would go over and visit, she would say his name, and that little guinea pig would come running. It was the cutest thing. I just loved it. But anyway, so we've had guinea pigs before, so she was like, you know, maybe I'd want a guinea pig. So she started researching it and found out that they can be actually really good therapy pets. So she found out that they're not good on their own. Like, they do much better if they're in pairs. And the whole thing was to get them the same gender, right? Because you don't want to have unexpected pregnancies. And so she decided she wanted 2 females. I thought she was going to go with 2 males, but she decided she wanted 2 females. So we found some guinea pigs that were babies. The pet store said they were babies, and we got them. We went and set up the cage. She got the cutest cage for her room, and she loves them. It's really cute to see her with an animal again, because I forgot how motherly she is. So she's having fun with those, but we just found out, well, I've suspected it for a little bit because one of them is really fat, really fat. And I said, I wonder if this one's pregnant, because I had a guinea pig sold to me that was pregnant, not from a pet store, from somebody. And unbeknownst to me that it was pregnant, I had no idea until right before the babies were born. But anyway, we're thinking that she's going to be having some babies because she's quite big, which means she's not a baby. But, you know, I can't really blame the pet store for that, because they could have been told that when they were given the guinea pigs, because I don't think the pet store raises them or breeds them themselves. So anyway, that's crazy. So we'll see how that goes. But she is quite big. And then, so that was one present that was really fun. Oh my gosh, I just realized I think I'm setting down. Oh no, I'm okay. Okay, the J's and the I's look a lot alike. So I want to make sure I'm not mistaking ones for I or for J's. When I'm working on this upside down, the symbols kind of take on a new form, I guess. Yeah, so that was Kennedy's big Christmas thing, was to get these guinea pigs. That was what she wanted. And I was surprised that my mom was okay with it. But my mom just said that she really knows Kennedy needs this. And so it's good. And, you know, it's kind of become a hobby for Ken at this point. She's done a lot of research on what kind of fresh fruits and vegetables they like the most, and how to train them and that kind of thing. She's really into it. So that's good to see her get into something that's therapeutic. So that was Kennedy's Christmas, like I said. And then Allie really, among a couple of other little things, Allie and Sydney they are in Puerto Rico right now with their dad and his family. But for Christmas, she wanted just stuff for Puerto Rico, like some clothes and swimsuits and stuff. And then she wanted to get her cat fixed. So she has this cat that is like her baby, and he hasn't been fixed yet. So the vet that we go to is kind of on the pricey side for that type of surgery. So she just said, you know, if I could get my cat fixed for Christmas, that's really all I want. So we went that route because he needs to be fixed. All of my other cats are fixed. And so we got him taken care of now. And then Sydney got a new phone. She has needed a phone upgrade for the longest time. And I mean, she's using one of my very old phones. I think I got it in like 2018, maybe 2019. It is old. So it was time for her to get an upgrade. And we had an upgrade available on our phone plan. So we got that, and she's ecstatic about that. It was perfect for her Christmas because she needed one with some more storage for this trip, so she didn't have to worry about storage space for pictures and videos of the trip. So anyway, that was our big Christmas. I got in the way of diamond painting. I got some diamond paintings. I got cover minders and press-on nails. My stocking was full of press-on nails, which is fine with me because that's been my new obsession. I love me some press-on nails. So it was really good. We had a really great time. And then the girls left for Puerto Rico on New Year's Eve. Now, they've had this trip planned for quite a while, but it didn't dawn on me until it was time for them to start packing. I've never been away from my youngest this long. And my girls know this, all three of them. I'm very close to all of my girls. We have just been through a lot with each other. And so it's brought us really close. And I'm not the perfect parent. In fact, I think I have accidentally caused my kids to have a lot of anxiety. I don't know. It's just a common denominator with all of my kids. So I feel like it's something that I've done. I've never been one of those moms that couldn't wait for my kids to go back to school. And I'm not saying that I'm a better mom than anybody. I think that's why my kids have anxiety, because I feel like I don't know. I just feel like maybe my anxiety about them being away from me rubbed off on them. I don't know. Anyway, so my house is really quiet since they've been gone, and it's weird. They'll go every now and then to spend the night at their dad's house, or they'll go for a weekend here and there with him somewhere, like he'll take them out of town or whatever on a little road trip. But I've never been away from my youngest for this long. Now they come back this weekend, so it will have been 10 days. And I wasn't going to say anything to Sydney about it because I didn't want to give her anxiety. But she said to me, "Mom, I have never been away from you for this long." And I was joking, and I said, "I know you're going to love it." And she looked at me and she goes, "No, I'm not." And I said, "No, it'll be good." And in my mind, I'm like, I hate this. I hate you being gone this long. But I can't say that to her, right? Because I want her to go and have a good time. And I do miss them, but I can't. I'm not going to tell them that. When they get home, I'll tell them then that I really missed them. But I don't want them to feel like I'm sitting here sad or upset, because I'm not. I mean, I stay busy, but yes, I do miss them. The house is definitely not the same without them here. But it is cleaner, and but I miss them. I don't really like the empty house, but Anyway, so that they'll be back this weekend, and they've been doing all kinds of fun stuff. They've been, not only are they at beaches, which I would love to be at a beach right now, but they went on a huge zip line. I think, I don't want to misquote, but I think it's like one of the biggest zip lines there is. In fact, Jimmy Fallon went on it on his show. The girls showed me a video of it before they went on their trip. So that's really cool for them. And they're spending time with their dad's family, which is awesome. And I think they're just really having a great time. But I hope when they come home, they're ready to be home. I hope. I don't know. They're probably not going to want to come back to this weather. That's for sure. We have been getting snow. Finally, we didn't have snow for Christmas, but we are getting some now. Just when I want it to go away, but that's okay. It is what it is. So let's see what else. Oh, let me update you on Keith. He has been doing a home remodeling project. He's been doing a lot of that lately, and I thought he was done, but he still has one bathroom that he is wanting to finish. He's actually finishing it. So he hasn't been working on any diamond painting since he did the Jetsons. In fact, I really haven't seen him very much. He's been so busy. So I don't know. I'm really curious to see the bathroom when it's all done, because that is the house that we lived in when we were married. And it's just fun to see all of the updates that he's made, because that was something we talked about doing while we were together. So it's really fun to see that coming together for him. I love that. Okay, so let's see. All right, one thing I want to throw out there to all of you. I have been looking for some new shops to buy diamond paintings from, because my goal is to try a new to me shop every month this year. And so I have quite a few in my stash, but I'm looking for suggestions. So if you guys know any small shops that sell diamond paintings, I would really love to have your input. Now, the only stipulation is it does need to be legally licensed, because that is my thing. I'm not doing any more work that's not, or any more diamond paintings that are not legally licensed. So that being said, I would love some suggestions on some small shops. I have quite a few, but if you comment and give me one that I already have them from, that's fine. That's okay. I just love trying new shops. It's been such a good experience. I did it in 2024 and I found some amazing shops. So it was a really good experience. I want to find more. So yeah, I would love to hear some of your suggestions. I'd love to also hear small shops that sell wax or putties, anything like that. I'm always on the lookout for new to me shops that I haven't tried yet. So let me know if you have any suggestions. I don't know why I keep getting these drills that have a white, like a little white layer on them. I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you. I haven't had this happen until just now. I don't know if my camera will focus. Let me see. There's a little like a white smear on the top of some of these drills. I don't know why I'm just now seeing that, but anyway. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to look. I don't want to be distracted and lose my train of thought. But I just did anyway. See how that happens? I do that all the time. My mind just goes blank. So that's why I have the little notes to remind me. Yes, I updated you on Keith. Okay, the other thing I'm looking for is I'm on the search for a Old Masters piece of art for Summer with Masters. Last year I did Flaming June, which was such a good experience, and I love that diamond painting. So I want to do something like that. I mean, not necessarily like Flaming June, because it's kind of a one of a kind, but something really beautiful for my summer, for my summer with the Masters entry. So if you have any suggestions on where I can find some really good old Masters artwork, let me know. Last year I got mine from Jada Gem Shop, and I will look at Jada Gem Shop again this year. There were a few more last year that caught my eye, so I might do one like that. I was thinking of doing a girl with a pearl earring because I did that in a little tiny diamond painting last summer, and I thought that would be a spectacular one to do, but I just want to look and see if I can find anything else. I do have one Van Gogh. It's the Cafe Terrace piece that I would love to do for kind of a side Summer with the Masters project. I don't want that to be my main entry though. I'm really trying to challenge myself and think outside the box for an old Masters piece of art. I just saw a trash drill I got to pick off. So if you have any suggestions on where I can find, where I can find a really beautiful old Masters canvas, I would love to hear that. And yeah, so let's see what I've been watching lately. So I just finished watching all of the Jurassic movies. Well, I'm on the last one. I think it's Jurassic World Dominion. It's the very last one that they made. It's really going to be cool because they have the cast from the original Jurassic Parks and the cast from Jurassic World all together, I believe. So I'm gonna be watching that tonight. I'm really looking forward to sitting down and watching that. Yeah, so that's been kind of fun to go back and watch those. I haven't watched those for a really long time. So I forgot in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So that's the second one with Chris Pratt. Is that his name? Oh my gosh, he's so cute. So in that one, I forgot how sad it was. It kind of made me a little bit emotional when they're leaving the island and they look back and see the animals that didn't get to leave. Yeah, it kind of toyed with my emotions a little bit. And then I have to think to myself, they are computerized dinosaurs. They're not real animals. Why am I getting emotional over computerized animals? But I do. It's just, it tugs at me. I don't know what it is. I think I'm getting more emotional in my old age. Crazy. So yeah. So I'm working on that one. That's my last show in that series. I watched all of the Twilight movies while I was sick. I was literally in bed for 3 days. I had influenza, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what I had because a bunch of people that we were around started coming down with that. And all of my symptoms matched theirs. And you guys, it was horrible. I was down for 3 days, the first 3 days of the year, and I could barely function. I started feeling better on New Year's Day. But, oh gosh, it was rough. It was really rough. My whole body hurt so bad. So I really was just in bed for 3 days. And my girls were gone. So I didn't have really anybody here to take care of me. My mom was trying to take care of me from afar. She was very sweet. So, yeah, but you know, I can handle it myself. It's just nice to have somebody there to bring you the Dayquil or NyQuil or whatever it is you need so you don't have to get out of bed. But I survived. I did it myself, and I'm still alive. Anyway, it's just funny. I think I rely on my kids too much when I get sick or something. My kids are really good to me. I get spoiled quite a bit by them. So when they're not here, I feel like I'm all alone in the world. Okay, so that's what I've been watching. I just finished Hotel Cecil on Netflix, which was amazing. It is so crazy. I really liked that show. I love shows like that are kind of mysterious and you're trying to figure out what could have happened to somebody, and those are always just right up my alley. I like that. I like true crime documentaries. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. I've watched a lot of them, but there might be some that I haven't seen yet. I always like watching those. And then I am still reading. While I was sick, I did read a little bit from my Selena Valentino book. For those of you who don't know, it's a series of the Disney villains, and it tells their side of the stories. It's really kind of fun. They were at a book fair for my kids when my kids were in elementary school, and my daughter wanted one. And so we bought the fourth book, not knowing that it was a series. It had Maleficent on the cover, and Maleficent the movie had just come out, so my kids were really excited that it was a Maleficent book. So I bought it at the book fair and started reading it to my kids. And I'm like, this is weird. I feel like there's part of the story missing. I feel like there's information we should know. So sure enough, the next morning I Googled it, and yep, it's a series. And we had book number 4, I think. Yeah, I think it was book number 4. And so we were missing a lot of information. So I went back and bought the first 3 books, and I was really into it. So were my girls. I would read it every night, and I was actually getting to the point where I looked forward to story time just as much as they did because I wanted to hear what was going on. And I think I told this in another WIP and Chat, but my oldest, I think she was like 16 at the time, she started listening from her bedroom. She didn't want us to know that she was listening, but she would, eventually she said, "Are you guys going to read that book about the evil queen in Snow White? Because that's the first one." And I was like, "Yeah, why, are you listening to it?" And she goes, no, that's not my type of book. I'm not into that." Yeah, okay. But she was listening. So it got to the point where she finally just came in and laid on a beanbag and listened while we read it. So that was fun. Anyway, it's a really good series. I like it. If you're into that type of thing, you should check out those books because she's got quite a few now. I think I'm not even halfway through. And I'm on Mother Knows Best. And the next one is called The Three Sisters, I think is the name of the next one. I don't have that one yet, so I've got to purchase that. I have the one after that, which is the Cruella de Vil story, and that should be interesting. But it's really fun. I really like them. Even as an adult, they're fun to read. They're not easy reads either. Like, they're targeted for tweens. I would say that they're like the tween age group. But I enjoy them too. So I'm going to wrap up with that. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope, for those of you who are still watching, I hope you found this enjoyable. Please leave me a comment, like I said, with a small shop suggestion or an old master suggestion. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.